All right, good morning, everybody. Here is the set of instructions to take our winter interim today. It is on Units 1 at the beginning of the year to Unit 8, the Great Depression. We've covered most everything that should be seen in there. If there's something that we haven't covered that is on the exam, I'm going to throw that out and I'll adjust the scores that way. But our expectations are today that you are fully on screen. I should see you from basically shoulders on up with a front view of your face to some degree there in order to have your test enabled. Your mic must be on, not muted, so that it's important here to have a quiet environment. Notebook should be away, phone should be away, other things that you would use for helping yourself on the test is something we really don't want here today because in May, there's a good chance that we're going to be taking this in a real live test scenario. So we want to get the feel and the understanding of what this test looks like, and I need to understand what you know and don't know. On Performance Matters is where we're going to be taking the test, and so I'm going to take you through the process of logging into that with this video. If you access other websites, it's going to lock you out, and then I'm going to have to enable it again. If you have issues with being on screen, if there's excessive noise, things of that nature, we will pause the test and complete that during office hours. So you should log in now. You can go ahead and do this as you watch the video here. Log into your student portal. You're going to click on Apps and Services here at the top, and then you're going to look for Performance Matters. It may be different on the screen somewhere else in this list, but you can report Performance Matters students. And it should be a single sign-on. So as soon as you click on this link, it should take you right into Performance Matters. But if it does not, all right, and you need a login, you're going to go ahead and put your username in here and use that format that's flashing at the bottom right up there, and then you type in your date school's password. But it should take you to a screen like this. You should make sure that student login is selected here for a tab, and then you're going to go ahead and click on login on to online testing. Right? So once you're there, then I'm going to, as soon as everybody largely gets into class, I'm going to put everybody into breakout rooms so that I can kind of monitor things and how things are going in your setting. Chat is disabled, so don't even worry about that. Screen sharing is disabled, all that kind of thing. Keep your mic on again, and your test will be enabled when I see that you are fully on screen and the mic is on. It's going to take me a little bit to click everybody in, so be patient with that, and I'll make sure that as I go through the roster and the list of people I see on my screens here, that will be showing up for you here on the Performance Matters page. You'll see that. You might have to hit the refresh button for it to pop up, but once it's open and you see it there, go ahead and click and do not worry about telling me to start. Once you're enabled, go ahead and click and start. Our test again has several different types of questions that you're going to see. We've talked about this before in class. Make sure that you use the FIFI strategy here to eliminate questions to narrow down the choices. False, inaccurate, fit, time period, context. Where is it at? Thinking chronologically, always thinking about these particular dates, and if it's got a document or it doesn't have a document, you're thinking about and looking at the topic of the question, what time period it is in, and you're trying to think in those particular decades and use that to your advantage. You're going to eliminate if it's irrelevant, right? So practice some of those things, and those are made available to you online. Now you're going to put it to the test. But if you get a primary document on a question, and there are a large number of them, you're going to make sure that you read the question first, highlight those action words and the topic that are in there, right? Words that signify cause, effect, comparison, result, developed from, things of that nature, right? And you're going to highlight those. And you're going to see in the video that you're going to look at here with Performance Matters, the highlighting tools and other tools you have available for you. Know what you're hunting for, right? You've got to read that question and be sure as to what you're hunting for. Because if you don't know what you're hunting for, then you're going to have a hard time with this question, all right? So review the document then, once you've reviewed the choices and you review the actual question itself. look at the document in terms of context, like we've talked about before. What era is it in? What's significant about it? You should be able to do a little bit of annotating here. Dates, other events that you might think are associated with it. Who's the source? What's the title of it? That might tell you something. Read and analyze, highlight it, who, what, when, where, why. Again, there's a highlighter in here. Try to parse things out that way. I don't know that it gives you a lot of different colors, but try to separate things out in a minimal fashion. That's as simple as you need to go with it, or is really the basics of that highlighting. And then you're going to go back to the question and reread the question and the choices, and then start eliminating with Fifi and looking at the document that's there, right? So sometimes it's a document that has a right there answer. The answer is right there in the document. Sometimes you have to infer and you have to think more critically about it, and the answer isn't right there in the document. That's going to be a level 3 kind of a question. If it's a visual, remember our optic strategy. At this point in time, just go ahead and listen to this video and then move on to the next slide, and we'll have you sign that you understand everything.
Hi, Kate.
Hey Tyler, what's up?
I missed what Miss Walter said about the online testing stuff.
Seriously?
Yeah,
It is not hard at all. It will only take a minute.
thanks.
First, you must log in using your username and password. Then make sure you pick the right test. Got it?
That makes sense. But why are there 2 groups of tests?
The tests on top are those you started but have not finished because you may have paused it or got logged out.
Locked out?
You betcha! Some teachers turned it on when they don't want us opening anything on our devices during a test.
Wow.
I know. The bottom list are the tests you haven't started yet.
Now I get why there are 2 sections.
Good. So after you select a test, you can get a screen showing what each icon does.
That looks pretty easy.
I agree. Just select next or swipe on your device to move past it.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me take a look at these.
Okay. Ready?
Ready. Choose next and move on. Hey, is there only one question on this test?
No. Actually, online testing just shows one question at a time. The next and back buttons let you see each one.
Let me check them out. Cool. Some you select the answers and others you drag into place. This is kind of fun.
Wait, you think testing is fun?
Well, kind of. Hey, where are all those tools that you showed me?
Look across the top of the screen. I love the new flag icon, so I can tag a question to review later.
How do you get to it later?
Oh, it's simple. Just jump to it from the question menu. When you're done reviewing it, just remove the flag.
Hey, is that a calculator?
Yeah, and it's fun to watch each step as you solve the problem.
That will surely come in handy.
When the teacher turns it on.
You mean it's not always there?
No, I'm afraid not.
Not cool. So, what did the other tools do?
Don't you remember from the introduction screen?
No, I was listening to you.
Oh yeah. Well, one of my favorites is the Eliminator.
Like the Terminator?
Almost. The Eliminator crosses out choices.
What if I cross them all out?
No worries, just click on them again and they are removed.
Are there any more things I can use?
One more.
Which is...
The highlighter.
Well, I think they can figure that one out. Click and highlight. Easy. Hey, Kate, I think you forgot one.
No way, really?
Yeah, this little green R on the sheet of paper.
I've never seen that before. What does it do?
Let me try it. Awesome, it opens a cheat sheet.
I think the teacher calls it a reference sheet, and she's probably put it there on purpose to help us.
How do I get rid of it?
Same way you get rid of the calculator. Just click on the icon again and it goes away.
I sure hope I can remember what all these icons do every time I take a test.
Don't worry, just click the question mark for a reminder.
Man, they think of everything. So, what do we do when we are done?
Press the Submit Test button to review all the items.
What if I forget to answer one?
Just click on the question and go back to it.
After I answer it, I can just click Submit Test from here?
You sure can. Then make sure all the questions are answered and click it again.
What happens if I forget the second time?
Your test doesn't get scored.
Well, I don't want that to happen.
Me either, so don't forget to click it. Then just log out by clicking on the gear icon.
I sure hope this test is as easy as using online testing.
Me too.
Good luck.
You too.